Hi, Chad with Purple Collar Life, and in this video, for the first time ever, we're going to use the Artillian Front Hoe Bucket, what a lot of people would call a stump bucket. I've got some stumps I've been wanting to take care of since before winter. If you watched the video last fall, you saw me take care of some of the brush on the ground over here to the side of the house. But there's also a lot of stumps in there. I think we counted 7 in the fall that needed to be pulled out. So this stump bucket, or front hoe bucket as Artillian calls it, on the front of my front end loader will allow me to dig around those without having a backhoe and get those removed. So if I can get them lifted up out of the ground, then I'll come back with the grapple, grab them and take them further in the woods. It does look nice and sunny out today, but it's still cold. It's in the 30s, so I'm glad to have this Curtis cab on the machine. If you watched the last video, I do not yet have heat in this. I have heat to install, I just haven't done it yet. So I've been using the Jackery and the little space heater to keep this warm as working today. It's actually warm enough in the cab now that I don't even need that space heater. It just keeps the wind off of you and keeps you warm enough in there that there's really no need for other heat at this temperature and with the sun coming in on me. So let's get this down into the woods where all those stumps are. We'll start seeing if we can dig around them and get some pulled out. So this is the area I want to work in today. If you'll recall, there used to be an apple tree here that was all dead. We pushed it over last year. I'll put the video link of that up above. But we got it out of the way. There's still a stump here behind it. There's another stump right here. There's a stump right here. There's a stump right here. A stump right here. And then of course we've got a couple of these trees that I cut off up high so we can try to push these with the front bucket. So we'll see. I think I'd really just like to get to these ones today if we can. Get those dug out so I can get them moved out of the way. And we'll see what else we can get to, how quickly that stump bucket or front hoe bucket from Artillian works. So here is the view from inside the Curtis cab on our John Deere 2210. Pretty cool that I can set the GoPro up there on the back window looking out ahead, so you'll be able to watch along as I my point of view looking through the front windshield of the cab, which is nice and clean thanks to the Norwex cloths in the last video. I'll put a link for that up above. Showed how to clean all the glass in this cab and make it perfectly spot free. Looks great. But I think you'll enjoy being able to see from inside the cab out as I move those stumps. Low range. would not have guessed that that would work that good. That stump came out pretty easily. This stump's still attached by about one root, but I think if I grab it with the grapple, it'll just pull right out. And the root that's attached is on that side, so I'm afraid to drive in at that angle and chop down through it. But the stump bucket is so amazing. You just angle it down and it cuts right through those roots. Then you can kind of just pop the stump out much faster than I thought it would be. So I've already got 1, 2. You can probably hear the wind and you can see it's pretty muddy out. It is in the 30s, but the cab's keeping me nice and warm. Like I said, no heat in there yet, but just being out of the wind and the air keeps you a lot warmer. Next, I want to work on this stump. Once I get that out of the way, I think I'll have a go at the rest of this tree. See if I can just poke at it here enough to tip it over, and then I think the grapple can pull it out. I've talked before about the many springs we have around the house. You can see that this area is pretty wet. I did get that stump moved. I got the little stump that was in front of this leftover tree stump moved. These are free and clear. I can get those with the grapple. But it's just a little bit too muddy in here for me to get a good push and dig down into that. And I can't get around from all 4 sides to get that last big chunk out. It was great having the cab. The stump bucket was amazing moving those out. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this up to the building, get that stump bucket cleaned out. There's some mud caked in there. I'll take care of that, and then I'll put the grapple on. I'll go ahead and grab these couple stumps and dump them in the woods. If you like videos like this about tractor work and implements and attachments, please give us a thumbs up and a like. We really appreciate it. It helps the channel out, it helps the video out, and we're trying to grow here on YouTube. So thank you so much for your support. I have had an absolutely great day out working with the tractor today, and I think that's what everybody wants, is getting work accomplished but making it fun and making it a little bit easier than if you didn't have the right attachments and tools. Well, that area is a little bit muddy now, but it is stump free. So really great job by the stump bucket and great job by the grapple to get that area cleaned out. Now I'll be able to put the front bucket on, kind of smooth it out. I've got some topsoil that I can spread out over top of that. It'll be a nice area. We can maybe plant some grass seed and mow that as part of the yard now. Thank you for watching. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. Comment down below, share with your friends, and we'll see you again the next time.